The year 2020 brought with it an unprecedented challenge, the COVID-19 pandemic. This novel coronavirus spread rapidly across the globe, leaving a trail of illness and loss in its wake. Countries went into lockdown. Economies shuddered to a halt. The world held its breath, desperate for a solution. The answer, scientists believed, lay in vaccines. Vaccines would be the shield, the armor against this invisible enemy. The race was on to develop, manufacture, and distribute vaccines on a scale never seen before. The world watched with bated breath, hoping for a miracle. The sheer scale of the pandemic meant that every day counted. Lives were at stake, and the pressure on the scientific community was immense. In the face of this global crisis, one nation rose to the challenge, offering a beacon of hope: India. With its vast manufacturing capabilities and a long history of vaccine production, India stepped up to become the world's vaccine powerhouse. This was not merely a matter of national pride, it was a humanitarian imperative. India recognized the urgent need for equitable access to vaccines, especially for low- and middle-income countries. India's emergence as a global leader in vaccine production was no accident. For decades, India has been known as the pharmacy of the world, supplying affordable generic medicines to countries worldwide. This reputation was built on a strong foundation of scientific expertise, robust manufacturing infrastructure, and a commitment to affordable healthcare. Indian pharmaceutical companies have a long and illustrious history of producing high-quality, affordable vaccines. From polio to measles, India has played a pivotal role in global vaccination campaigns. This experience, coupled with a deep understanding of vaccine development and manufacturing, placed India in a unique position to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic. The Indian government, recognizing the urgency of the situation, took decisive steps to support the domestic vaccine industry. Regulatory processes were streamlined, and significant financial resources were allocated to vaccine research and development. This proactive approach created a conducive environment for innovation and rapid scaling up of vaccine production. Indian scientists and researchers rose to the challenge, working tirelessly to develop safe and effective vaccines against COVID-19. Two vaccines in particular emerged as symbols of India's scientific prowess: Covishield and Covaxin. Covishield, developed by Oxford University and AstraZeneca, was manufactured in India by the Serum Institute of India, the world's largest vaccine manufacturer. Covaxin, on the other hand, was an indigenous vaccine developed entirely in India by Bharat Biotech. The development and production of these vaccines were testaments to the ingenuity and dedication of Indian scientists and the robust infrastructure of the Indian pharmaceutical industry. Both Covishield and Covaxin underwent rigorous clinical trials, meeting the highest international standards for safety and efficacy. Their approval for emergency use in India and subsequently in other countries marked a turning point in the global fight against the pandemic. Section 4. Vaccine Maitri, a friend in need indeed. India's commitment to global health extended beyond its borders. Recognizing that the pandemic could only be defeated through collective action, India launched the Vaccine Maitri initiative. This initiative, which translates to vaccine friendship, embodied India's philosophy of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, meaning the whole world is one family. Under Vaccine Maitri, India supplied millions of doses of COVID-19 vaccines to countries around the world, prioritizing its neighbors and countries in need. This gesture of solidarity and support was widely lauded by the international community. It underscored India's commitment to global health equity and its role as a responsible global power. Section 5. Navigating the storm challenges in vaccine production and distribution. India's journey to becoming the world's vaccine powerhouse was not without its challenges. The unprecedented demand for vaccines, coupled with the complexities of manufacturing and distribution on a global scale, presented significant hurdles. Raw material shortages, logistical bottlenecks, and vaccine hesitancy in some quarters posed ongoing challenges. However, India demonstrated remarkable resilience and adaptability in navigating these obstacles. The government worked closely with vaccine manufacturers, logistics providers, and healthcare workers to streamline the supply chain and ensure that vaccines reached even the remotest corners of the country and the world. Public awareness campaigns were launched to address vaccine hesitancy and promote vaccine confidence. Despite the challenges, India's commitment to its vaccine diplomacy never wavered.